Good morning. As you step outside today, you might notice something unusual in the air, a sense of anticipation, a feeling that something big is about to happen with our weather. Across the nation, people are waking up to a sky that hints at change, and for good reason. Today, February 26, 2026, marks the beginning of one of the most dramatic weather pattern shifts we've seen in years. Meteorologists have been tracking this development for days, and now, it's unfolding right before our eyes. The atmosphere is setting the stage for a remarkable transformation that will impact millions from coast to coast. Over the next week, the country is about to split in two. Winter will stubbornly cling to the east, refusing to let go, while a sudden surge of spring warmth is set to sweep in by March 5th. This isn't just a minor fluctuation, it's a dramatic tug-of-war between the seasons, and it's going to be felt in every corner of the nation. The driving force behind this shift is the jet stream, a powerful river of air high above us that guides storms and temperature changes. In the coming days, the jet stream is about to reverse course, flipping from a cold, snowy east to a warm, spring-like pattern. At the same time, the west will get hit with a fresh blast of winter, bringing snow and cold to areas that have already endured a tough season. For those living in the east, get ready for a taste of spring like you haven't seen in months. Temperatures could soar 20 to 30 degrees above normal, melting away the snow and making it feel more like April than late February. Parks and neighborhoods will transform almost overnight, with people trading winter coats for t-shirts and sunglasses. Meanwhile, the West braces for a very different story. Heavy mountain snow is on the way, with blizzard conditions possible in the Rockies and Sierra Nevada. A deep chill will settle in, reminding everyone that winter isn't done just yet. Ski resorts may see some of their best powder of the season, but travel could become hazardous. This sharp contrast sets up a classic battle of the seasons with dramatic swings you'll feel in your daily life. One day you might be shoveling snow, and the next you're reaching for sunscreen. It's a reminder of just how quickly things can change this time of year. The central U.S. becomes the collision zone, where frigid northern air meets warm, humid Gulf air. This boundary will stretch across the plains and Midwest, creating a battleground for powerful weather systems. That's the perfect recipe for severe thunderstorms, especially across the plains and deep south as we enter March. Expect intense downpours, frequent lightning, and even the risk of tornadoes as these air masses clash. Emergency services are already preparing for the possibility of severe weather outbreaks. So, whether you're digging out your shorts or bundling up in your warmest layers, get ready for a wild ride. This is the kind of weather that keeps everyone on their toes, and it's a great reminder to stay alert and prepared for anything. The entire nation is about to experience a coast-to-coast weather flip, with temperatures and conditions changing rapidly from one region to the next. It's a fascinating display of nature's power and unpredictability. Stay tuned as we break down what you need to know about this extraordinary pattern shift and how it could affect your plans in the days ahead. Let's dive into the details and help you prepare for whatever Mother Nature has in store. As winter draws to a close, the East is in for one more dramatic act before spring can truly take hold. Just when it seems like the season is winding down, a fresh surge of cold and snow is set to remind everyone that winter isn't finished yet. A powerful blast of Arctic air will plunge southward, sending temperatures tumbling 10 to 20 degrees below what's typical for this time of year. From the Great Lakes all the way down to the southeast, cities and towns will feel the chill, with daytime highs struggling to climb above freezing in many spots. Even areas that have enjoyed milder weather lately will be caught off guard by this sudden return to deep winter cold. So, don't pack away those heavy coats, scarves, and mittens just yet. This cold snap is expected to stick around through at least the first week of March, making it feel like winter is refusing to let go. The biting wind will make it feel even colder, so be sure to bundle up if you're heading outside. The culprit behind this wintry blast is a strong, low-pressure system spinning near Hudson Bay. This system is funneling dry, frigid air deep into the United States, reaching places in the south that rarely see such cold this late in the season. Rural areas and cities alike will wake up to frosty mornings and icy winds. As this cold air settles in, several fast-moving storm systems will ride along its edge. These storms will bring rounds of snow to Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia, blanketing roads and towns in fresh powder before shifting eastward. For many, it will be the heaviest snow they've seen in weeks. Across the Northeast and Great Lakes, expect a classic late February weather battle. Rain and snow will mix at times, with quick-hitting clippers adding bursts of snow showers. These systems can change conditions rapidly, turning a wet morning into a snowy afternoon in just a few hours. While these storms may not reach blizzard status, they'll still create plenty of travel headaches. Slick roads, flight delays, and slow commutes are all likely as winter keeps its grip tight on the region. Road crews will be busy, and travelers should plan for extra time and caution. This is winter's final push, a dramatic send-off before the big pattern change that signals spring's arrival. As the last snowflakes fall and the sun begins to break through, hints of the new season will start to appear, but not before one more round of wintry weather. As March approaches, stay alert for rapidly changing conditions. Keep an eye on weather alerts, and be prepared for anything, as winter's last act can still surprise even the most seasoned residents of the East. Here's how winter's last stand plays out. Today through Friday, snow spreads across the Ohio Valley, then turns to cold rain along the I-95 corridor. Saturday, March 1st brings the coldest air, highs stuck in the 20s and 30s, with a quick burst of snow in the upper Midwest. By Sunday, snow showers hit the Northeast, possibly surprising cities like New York and Boston with a few inches. Early next week, a stronger storm targets the interior Northeast. Upstate New York and New England could see over half a foot of snow. This is winter's final punch before the pattern flips. Prepare for tricky travel and rapid changes. As the last flakes of snow drift away from the Northeast, a dramatic transformation begins to unfold on the weather map. The familiar winter chill that has gripped the region for weeks finally loosens its hold, signaling the end of a long, cold chapter. Residents watch as the skies clear and the landscape begins to change, hinting at a major shift in the nation's weather story. Beginning March 5th, the jet stream takes a bold leap northward, reshaping the entire country's weather. A powerful ridge forms over the eastern U.S., ushering in warmth and stability, while a deep trough digs into the west, inviting cold and unsettled conditions. Meteorologists point to these dramatic jet stream patterns as the driving force behind the upcoming weather divide. For the East, this means a remarkable and sustained warm-up. Cities from Washington, D.C. to Atlanta will bask in temperatures soaring into the 60s, 70s, and even low 80s across the Southeast. People will trade winter coats for t-shirts, and parks will fill with joggers and families eager to soak up the sun. It's a taste of early summer, weeks ahead of schedule. This surge of warmth isn't just a brief tease. It could linger for 10 days or more. Snow piles that seem permanent will quickly melt away, revealing green grass and budding flowers. The landscape will transform almost overnight, jump-starting spring and bringing a sense of renewal to neighborhoods across the East. But while the East enjoys an early spring, the West faces a starkly different reality. Arctic air plunges southward, sending temperatures tumbling and bringing a return to winter. Heavy snow will blanket the Rockies and higher elevations, and cold fronts will sweep across the western landscape, reminding everyone that winter isn't finished yet. Cities like Denver and Salt Lake City will experience a dramatic drop in temperatures. Residents will need to bundle up once again as snowfalls and icy winds return. The contrast between the two sides of the country will be striking, with some shoveling snow while others enjoy blooming flowers. This sharp divide splits the nation in two. East of the Rockies, it feels like early spring, while to the west, deep winter holds on tight. The weather map becomes a study in contrasts, with warmth and renewal on one side and cold, snowy scenes on the other. This dramatic clash of air masses sets the stage for severe storms across the central U.S., where warm, moist air from the south meets cold, dense air from the north. Powerful thunderstorms, and even tornadoes can erupt. It's a classic setup for volatile spring weather. Two different worlds, one nation, and a recipe for dramatic events. As we move forward, let's take a closer look at the risks and challenges this split pattern creates for millions of Americans, and how to stay prepared for whatever comes next. When warm, humid air from the Gulf collides with cold, dry air from the north, severe weather erupts. As the pattern shifts, thunderstorms could spark as early as March 4th in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. The real threat ramps up March 6th, 7th, with a strong low-pressure system primed to trigger large hail, damaging winds and tornadoes across North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and southern Missouri. A second system may follow around March 9th, 10th, hitting many of the same areas. This is a classic setup for a dangerous, severe weather outbreak. Residents in the plains and deep south, have your safety plans ready and stay alert. The clash of seasons is about to get intense. How do we know this dramatic shift is coming? The American and European weather models are in rare agreement. Both show the same timing and intensity for the pattern flip around March 5th. They also agree on the severe weather threat, with two major systems likely in the southern plains and deep south. This level of model consensus gives us high confidence in the forecast. While long-range details can change, the next 2 weeks look unusually clear, cold and snow to end February. Then a dramatic flip to warmth and storms. Trust the science. This is a pattern we can see coming. With this active pattern, expect plenty of precipitation. The west will see heavy mountain snow, multiple feet possible in the Rockies and Four Corners, great for ski resorts but hazardous for travel. In the east, the heaviest snow comes early, with upstate New York and New England getting 6 to 10 inches or more around March 3rd, 4th. After that, rain takes over as warmth surges in. The south and Midwest will see rounds of heavy rain, especially along the severe storm track from Texas to the Great Lakes. Localized flooding is possible where the ground is still frozen or saturated. It's a wet, wild stretch for much of the country. The most dramatic part of this forecast, the wild temperature swings. The east starts March shivering, 10 to 20 degrees below normal, snow in the air. Then, almost overnight, temperatures rocket 40 to 50 degrees, with highs in the 60s and 70s by the weekend. Snow melts fast, rivers rise, and spring arrives early. Trees may even start to bud, but beware, early warmth can set up crops for a damaging late freeze. Meanwhile, the west flips from mild to wintry, with temperatures dropping and snow returning. This coast-to-coast flip is the engine behind the severe weather threat. Weather whiplash is real. Be ready for anything. Here's the bottom line. March will be volatile, with rapid changes across the U.S. In the east, enjoy the warmth but keep winter gear handy. March is unpredictable. In the west, prepare for a return to cold and snow, especially in the mountains. The central and southern plains and deep south face the greatest severe weather risk. Review your safety plans now. Stay informed with local forecasts and have emergency kits ready. This east-west divide will dominate the first half of March, creating two very different realities. The clash of air masses will drive dangerous storms and rapid shifts. We'll keep tracking every twist and turn, so stay tuned. That's the national outlook. Now here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.